What's up, everybody? It's Adam from Team Sorcery here. Terribly sorry for the lack of videos. I haven't been, I guess I really haven't had much to record. We haven't had spoilers. We haven't really had much when it comes to the competitive scene because the AGP season was supposed to start this coming weekend, but Richmond got pushed back. And then I feel like you guys didn't want to see constant reflect mirrors from our local matches. So, yeah. So today is Friday, which means this morning, last night, Jordan the Hoodie Guy revealed or spoiled our first few cards from the Moonlit Savior, TMS. It's our set that's coming out at the beginning of March 11th. He spoiled the new Kaguya. So this is Kaguya 3.0. Some really good spells, a new Were-Rabbit, and a bunch of other really good stuff. So now I'm just going to try and get into everything, give like quick opinions about the things that he spoiled, and we'll go from there. So we're going to start with the ruler just to get straight to it. Well, actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to get started with the ruler, but I'm going to share the page, or I'm going to put a link in the description down below to the page where Jordan shared everything. If you have a Facebook, it'll pop up on there. It'll be on the US page, but that's for a whole nother thing. So, getting back to spoilers. So, as I said, our first J Ruler spoiled is a friend from another world, Kaguya. She, on her ruler side, she is a wanderer little girl, a wind J Ruler. So pretty interesting. I like that they're giving us dual colored J Rulers there. It's always very interesting. Her judgment is one light, one moon attribute, and then one void. She has an ability that says you may spend moon as though it were wind will, and then whenever a moon enters the field, you may draw a card. So this makes moons that we already have out potentially have the chance to see more play. The Tsukuyomi City, Bloody Moon, Pale Moon, and the Transparent Moon from MOA. Yeah, I think those are all the moons out right now, currently. But those are ones that if you play them and she's on her ruler side, you draw a card. You may pay moon as though it were wind, so that automatically makes moonlight. I don't know, whichever one's the 5-color stone and produces a moon a lot better. And it also makes whichever one can produce any will of anything else on the board and taps for a moon really better, because they just become green, or they just essentially become windstones. So it's pretty interesting. So getting her J Ruler side. On her J Ruler side, she is Kaguya, the Moonlit Savior. Go figure. She is a wizard. Her attack and defense is 700, 900. So attack is 700, defense is 900. She's still a light wind J Ruler. She, okay, cool. Her abilities go as the following. You may spend moon as though it were wind, so the same thing she has on her other side, which is really good mana fixing. Whenever you awaken a card, you can put two plus 100 plus 100 counters on this card. So a lot more awakening stuff, as you'll see in the spoiler and probably in the set. Can make her get really big really quick. So definitely not a bad thing. You can pay a moon to cancel target automatic ability. Automatic abilities are abilities that will automatically happen, I guess. This also includes enter effects. So it will hit enter bars and whenever this card enters the field effects. So she's kind of like an Abdul, which is kind of bonkers, and I like it a lot. So she's really good in that aspect. You can pay a light and a void to prevent the next damage that will be dealt to this card this turn. So she can protect herself somewhat as long as you got mana open and you can chase to it. And then she has a God Art. It's God Art, Light of the Sacred Moon. It's one wind, or no, not one wind, one light and one moon, and then 3 colors to rest all J4/round areas your opponent control. Then recover all magic stones you control. You may pay awakening cost one moon less. Play this ability once per turn. So it fixes your awakenings, which can make her bigger. It can tap down the J ruler and all of the resonators, and it can recover all your stones. So it gives you huge amount of plays that you can do with her. Right now, I think this is a really good J ruler. I feel like a lot of people are underwhelming the card, or just saying that it wasn't going to be good, but this card's bananas. It mana fixes, it can get bigger, it can protect itself, it can potentially ruin other people's day. Like, this card's just absolutely bananas. So, I like it. Going into our first spell, we have a spell chain instant. It's a one light spell chain instant called Kaguya's Premonition. So I can English sometimes, not really. Target resonator gets +2/+4 until the end of turn. As an awakening costing 1 moon. Prevent the next damage that will be dealt to target resonator this turn. For each 100 damage prevented this way, you put a 1/1 counter on it. So, my immediate thought with this card, just for trolls, is you can run it with Yamada no Orochi, making it a 4/24, and that's just making it beef. Or if you can protect it, prevent it from taking damage, and then for every damage prevented, it gains 100. So this card's really good against bow right off the bat, because they'll go to bow something, you'll response, do this, pay the awakening, you pay 2 mana to give something +4/+4 on attacking, and then you prevent the damage. So it's pretty good in that aspect. It's also pretty good depending on like what else your opponent has. Like Demon Flames, it gets +5/+5. If it's a human and it gets Purifying Flamed, it can get +1,000/+1,000, which is not that bad. I would say Flames of the Outer World, but it's you can't really chase to it, so you have to do it preemptively, and you have to force them to Flames it. So it's really weird, but like it's a really good card. I think it has potential, but you just have to figure out how you're going to use it. Next card is one of my favorite cards, Spoiled. This card's absolutely bananas, and I think it's a really good card. It's a light spell chain instant, one drop light, called Shining Strike. It is choose one, rest target resonator, draw a card, or rest target J4 size resonator, draw a card. Choose the second only if you control a J ruler that has Kaguya in its name. So automatically a card that you can use in the Kaguya deck, that you can rest a J4 size resonator, and then you get to net a card, or replace the card that you just used. So it's not bad. Like I think it's absolutely bonkers. Like I want to make light decks and just run this card as a 4/0, because this card's absolutely amazing. Next up, we have Night of the Solstice. I can't talk today. It is a 3-drop light Were Rabbit. So we're getting into a resonator now. It's a Were Rabbit. It's a 1 light, 2 void for a 7/7. So 700. Were Rabbit that has, whenever this card enters the field, you may search your main deck for a moon, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your main deck. So you pay 3, make a 700 body, and then you can tutor out a moon and add to your hand. So I'm expecting the moons to get pretty good in this set. Hopefully they're low enough drop and powerful enough that we can actually utilize them, compared to Bloody Moon being the only one we actually utilized. Next up, we have a Wind Resonator. It's probably going to be the replacement for Elvish Priest, at least when he rotates out from New Frontiers. But it's called Moonbreeze Elf. It's an elf, obviously. Wind Resonator, one drop, so it's 1 win for a 1/4. This card cannot be attacked, and it has tap produce 1 moon. So it can produce moon, which under Kaguya you can spend it as green. So it's essentially an elf, and it cannot be attacked. So it's a debatably better elf, because the one problem with elf is that you could attack it, and this one, it cannot be attacked, so you can't even target attack it. You'll have to waste a thunder on it, which is really good. I can't explain how good this card is. Like, it's another mana dork, which is absolutely bonkers in the right deck. You know, it's just gonna be good. I'm gonna stop playing with that before I go insane. Next up, we have Wolf in the Moonlight. It is a 2-drop, 1 wind, 1 void beast. That's a 5/5. Has an Awakening of Moon. Whenever this card enters the battlefield, put an evolution counter on it. As long as there is 1 or more evolution counters on this card, it gains +300, and target attack. So for 3, you have the chance to make an 8/8 with target attack, which is kind of bonkers. Because most of the time, whenever you make an 8/8, you usually have to pay a minimum of 4. So I think this card is very good. I think it has a lot of potential. I mean, you just really combo with the mana dork that we just put that I just mentioned. You can make a funny beast deck with it. So I think it's not a bad idea. Next up, we have a Regalia. It is the Interdimensional Vessel Apollo. Your J rule. Oh, it is a 0-drop, by the way. Have to emphasize on that. So it's another really good one. That's usually how you can tell with the Regalia. But it is a 0-drop Regalia that says your J ruler gains flying. So for your Valentina 2.0 decks, you don't have to play Almera Stone, essentially, as long as you can grab this. So it's pretty good. I think this card's absolutely amazing. It's definitely what the Valentina 2.0 decks need. Definitely what any of like the 28 Regalia, this will probably be making a 32 Regalia, so I don't mind having 8 playable cards on the deck. I don't know. Anyways, that's only one of the effects. It has tap, produce a moon. Spend this only to pay Awakening cost or to pay Judgment for a God Art. The ability of Kaguya with a ruler that has Kaguya in its name. So it's almost implying that we might get more Kaguyas out. Ooh, maybe. Anyways, but so it can become a mana rock for Awakening Kaguyas. So depending on what else we get, it might see some play, depending on how prevalent Moon will become in the competitive scene. But right now, I only see him play for it gaining flying. Then it has one more effect. It has tap, banish this card, return target resonator you control to its owner's hand. So it has it's hard to say, or maybe I just have a hard time saying it. It's like protection from cards that you don't want to die that you want to reuse. Like if they go to, let's say they're going to Stoning to Death your Feastling and you run this card. You can tap and banish it to return your Feastling back to your hand, and then if you have 3 mana open, you can reuse your Feastling. Same with your 0, same with anything with Flash. It can bounce back a lot of different things. So I think that's pretty good. In the Valentina 2.0 decks, you can bounce back your Percivals and just dig for half your deck again. So definitely not a bad card. I think this card's going to be absolutely bonkers. And then our last one is a special stone. It is the Moonbreeze Memoria. So we have another set of Memorias, I'm guessing, it's going to come out in this. And it's the Memoria for Kaguya. It's because each and every ruler seemed to have a Memoria to go with it. So this one it's very simple, no drawbacks, just tap, produce Moon or Light. So under Kaguya, it's a Gusting Skies. That doesn't count for Wind or Lightstone, which is pretty good. This is probably going to see play when Gusting Skies rotates out. It might even see play now, depending on how many, you want to what deck you're running. If you're running just a straight light wind deck under Kaguya, I mean, 4 Gusting Skies, 4 of this. I like playing the game with 4 Gusting Skies. That sounds great, especially in the light wind deck. So I think this card's very good. I think our first thing of spoilers was fantastic. So yeah, guys, that's it. Let me know what y'all think. Comment down below. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think. More videos will be coming, I promise. More spoilers. We'll try and get a match in. Just waiting for something interesting to happen, or I don't know. Maybe we'll just start bringing more Reflect decks to the channel. So I don't know. Thank you again. Have a nice day. This is Adam from the Team Sorcery signing out.